to my first solo travel vlog. I am in Greece on the island of Sifnos, and I've actually been here for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days already for a very, very special and beautiful wedding. But now everybody has left the island and I am here on my own doing a few days of solo travel, which is just one of my favorite things in the whole world. I feel very privileged that I get to have this time to myself. I'm just looking over my balcony now and it is so beautiful. There's a gorgeous mountain and then the white houses that are so typical of Greek architecture, and it's just stunning. So I thought, let's take a couple of days. I can work from Greece, but I can also just take some time to explore the island, try some new food, obviously, get some inspiration and reset a little bit. I also really want to share that with you and talk a little bit about why I think solo travel is so empowering and so special and why I love it so much. My first solo trip was actually 10 years ago, and that was kind of the start of my solo travel adventures. And from there I've been to Copenhagen, I've been to New York, I've been to Iceland and Fiji and a few other places, but this time it's Greece. This might just be my favourite one yet. I will say this one feels slightly different for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because my last solo trip was in New York, which was for the launch of my book over in North America. And obviously New York is busy and bustling and there's so much to do and see and there's always something to keep you busy. Whereas this holiday is much more chilled, much more relaxed, which as a solo traveller and as somebody who has a very sort of fast-paced brain and finds it quite hard to switch off and relax, I find that slightly more daunting in a strange way. Last night I actually went to a little supper club by a beautiful chef and cookbook author called Helena, who was doing a supper club in one of the beach restaurants here in Sifnos. And it was complete chance that I happened to be here on that day, and I ended up coming to her dinner last night and we had the most gorgeous evening of Greek home-cooked food. We had tzatziki, taramasalata, we had pita bread, obviously, olives which were marinated in orange and lemon zest. We had grilled octopus with a herb salsa, potatoes with whipped Greek yogurt. We had a beautiful oregano and lemon butter stuffed red snapper wrapped in fig leaves and oven baked, which was genuinely some of the best cooked fish I've ever had. It was so tender, so beautiful. And we had that alongside some barbecued prawns with a fennel butter. Do you want to say hi?
Hello, we're just plating up our fish. I wrapped it in fig leaf, lemon and some beautiful local oregano. And then I've got galopiri here, which is a beautiful strained thick yogurt-ish cheese with potato and then a Greek pepper dressing.
Wow. And then to finish, we have something that I can't remember the name of right now, but I'll put it on the screen. But it's essentially a cake made with phyllo. So you dry out the phyllo and then you almost use that as the flour in the cake. And the result is this really incredible texture. It's kind of spongy. It goes slightly crisp on the top, but then it's soaked with a syrup. So it's moist and delicious. And that was served with a scoop of yogurt ice cream, which if you haven't had a yogurt ice cream, this is your sign to have a yogurt ice cream. It was so good, so refreshing. It's not too sweet because it has that slight tang to it. And the whole evening was just gorgeous. Oh, and we finished with a watermelon, ouzo and mint granita, which, wow, I would never normally choose anything with alcohol in. I like drinking alcohol, but I don't love the taste of alcohol. But this was stunning and the best way to end the meal and kind of cleanse the palate. It was lovely to meet Helena, and I think I'm actually going to meet her for a drink tonight, which is also lovely because doing this job, working alone, means that it can feel lonely at times, to be honest. Meeting people that do the same work as you and sharing your experiences is just really lovely and often very needed, and I will take any opportunity to meet somebody new and to make friends. So yeah, she invited me for a drink with her cousin Lex, who's an artist, so I think I'll meet them later on tonight. But before then, I've had breakfast at my hotel, which was super delicious, just lots of fresh tomatoes, avocado, peppers with some cheese and bread and olive oil and orange juice and a Freddo cappuccino, which is a Greek specialty. The most amazing coffee, often served quite sweet with like whipped frothy milk on top, but it's cold. I haven't had it before I came to Greece. I'm gonna have to recreate it. And now I've done a bit of work. I'm gonna head into Kamares, which is the port town where I'm staying. So it's where the ferry comes in and out of Sifnos, but there's lots of cute little shops. I want to maybe have a look at getting some pottery because Sifnos is known for pottery, and actually one of their specialty food dishes is called mastelo, which is a 10-hour slow cooked lamb in a clay pot. It's so interesting how the island is so well known for pottery because of the clay that you can get in the ground, and then from that you get local dishes like mastelo, which is cooked in a clay pot. So anyway, there's beautiful pottery, beautiful ceramics on the island, so I'm on the hunt. I'm ready to restock my kitchen, even though my suitcase is slightly full and very near the weight limit. But if I have to throw away some shampoo in place of a serving dish, then I absolutely will. And I'm excited to explore, so come along with me. And I think I'm gonna have to get a gelato as well because I just haven't eaten enough ice cream since I've been here and I need to rectify that immediately. So let's go. Here we've essentially got a Greek flatbread filled with local Greek cheese. It's a soft cheese, kind of like ricotta in its taste and texture. It's just a gorgeous little snack. Hi. Hello again. So I have had a lovely day. I took a stroll to the village. I had an ice cream. I had a little cheese bread, which you've seen. And then I came back and I sat by the pool for a little bit, letting the freckles come out. Wearing SPF 50. Always, okay? I'll actually leave my favourite ones in the description because I am a fussy girl when it comes to SPF, but I found some really, really good ones. And then I just came back and I did some work for a few hours. I posted a recipe and did the blog post, etc. And I just had a dip in the pool, another Freddo cappuccino, and I'm gonna go and meet Helena for a drink. So she is at a little pottery studio like 4 minutes up the road. So I'm gonna get a me little rental car, which I'm nervous about even though I did it yesterday and it was absolutely fine. And I'm gonna go pick her up and I think we're gonna go for a drink in Kastro, watch the sunset, and yeah, hopefully get some food because I'm a little bit peckish. Really interesting actually, because when I was younger, for example on my year out when I was traveling alone, I feel like the goal then was to meet people and to make friends, and I think for a lot of people solo travel is about that. It's about not being by yourself. It's about maybe going by yourself but then seeing who you meet, and you know, obviously that's so fun. It's always going to be great, but I think as I get older and life feels busy and slightly chaotic quite a lot of the time, one of the reasons that I love solo travel is because it's time I get to spend with myself, by myself, and if I meet people along the way then that's great. So obviously meeting Helena is so nice, but it wasn't necessarily like the goal. The goal was for me to just spend time with myself, and I find that that space to be alone is so beneficial just for my mental well-being. It gives me clarity in things that I love, and it just helps me reset a little bit in a way that I don't get from being on my own at home in my day-to-day life. So I love having both, and I'm super excited for a drink, but it's also, I'm really starting to feel that it's only been a day and I'm already starting to feel just that calmness of mind come in that I know that happens when I spend time on my own traveling. And yeah, I'm just very grateful for it. It's just one of the reasons that I would recommend solo travel to anyone and everyone if you're able to do it, because it's just a feeling that I don't get from doing anything else. Anyway, bit deep, let's go for a drink. Hello. Hi. Oh my god, there's one in the bin.
In the bin?
Yeah. Hello, welcome back to day 2. I've had the most chilled morning ever. I've just been sat by the pool, basically, reading my book. I'm reading the Atlas 6, which so far I'm enjoying. I want it to pick up a little bit, but it's getting there, it's getting there. And now I have just had a shower, got ready, and I'm gonna head to Apollonia, which is the largest town in Sifnos. I think it's the capital, and I want to have a little wander through the streets. And then there is a restaurant that I want to go to for a late lunch, which is actually near the bar that we went to last night, so a 5-minute drive. This island is very small, but yeah, this is the view from my little balcony. I always just have this feeling when I'm solo traveling that yes, it's always nice to be able to share these things with other people, but like, how lucky am I that I get to do this by myself? It's just lovely, and I can spend my day as I wish, and I feel very, very lucky to do so. Let's go. A lot of steps. I just got back to my room. I did a tiny bit of work, and now I am going to go to the beach, watch the sunset, and get some ice cream. My lunch/dinner was really delicious. The calamari was lovely, although I think I did embarrass myself slightly because I wanted more lemon with it, so I held up the wedge of lemon and just said, oh, please can I have some more lemon? But then she didn't bring me any. So I think what potentially happened is that she thought I was just asking if it was lemon. Like, I held up the lemon and went, is this lemon? And she went, yes. And I went, okay. So that's embarrassing for me. Her English was very good, so I don't blame her at all. I think she probably just thought I was a strange girl eating by myself going, is this a lemon? Anyway, moving on. Ice cream acquired and rapidly melting, so I'm gonna go find a spot on the beach and watch this glorious, glorious sunset. I got banana caramel and then an almond crunch. And if you ask me, banana is maybe the most underrated ice cream flavour. I love it, and I've had it like 3 times this trip. Hello, me again. I promise I do leave this room. It's just kind of hard and embarrassing to film yourself in public. If you think it's awkward like going out for dinner by yourself, try going out for dinner by yourself and also filming it. I appreciate this is entirely my choice and I don't have to do that, but it doesn't come naturally to me. Anyway, I am about to leave. It's like 2 p.m. I've just been by the pool. I've been doing some editing. I did a bit of reading. I did a bit of scrolling. It was great. It was glorious. This is my last full day, so I'm really just trying to chill out because I know that as soon as I'm back, it's going to be chaos in my head. So I'm trying to enjoy the fact that there's no chaos. That being said, I am about to go and do something really stressful. Gives me anxiety. And that is, I need to go and fill my rental car up with petrol or diesel. I don't actually know which one it is at this point in time. I don't know why that stresses me out so much. Like I can go out for dinner by myself. I can go on holiday by myself, planes, ferries. I don't care. I can do it all by myself. But I don't want to fill up my car with petrol because they're really small petrol stations and you have to like, I don't know how you drive into them. I don't know if you drive in like that or like that. But I need to return the car with the amount of petrol that it had in to start with. So it must be done and I can do hard things. That's my plan. And then I'm gonna go and get lunch. I was thinking about going back to the beach, Platos Yalos, which is one of the kind of main touristy beaches, which is where we spent a lot of the time last week for the wedding. I was thinking about going back there, but I've actually decided just to come back to Kamares, the port town where I'm staying, because I haven't eaten here. I also haven't swum in this sea yet, whereas I've swum in this sea over there. I know it's the same sea, but like the beach. So I think I'm just going to go and get some petrol. There's only like 3 petrol stations on the island, so I have to go back that way. Come back to the port. I might just return the car there and then because I'm not going anywhere else. And then I want lunch, I want to swim. I was too full after my very late lunch yesterday. It was like 5 p.m. that I had lunch. So I didn't go for dinner. So I need to make the most of it tonight because we can't be skipping meals out here. I'm having some emotional support, tzatziki lays to get me through this really stressful time. Wish me luck, pray for me. See you on the other side, hopefully. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. I actually changed my mind, mainly because I filled up my car with too much petrol, like double the amount that it needed because I was worried that it wouldn't reach the right limit. By the way, it went really well, thanks for asking. Anyway, because I had the petrol and the time, I've decided to come back to Platos Yalos because there's some really nice restaurants here and I want to get some food, but also there's a couple of pottery shops that I want to go to, and actually that is a pottery shop right there, so I'm going to turn around, put my camera away and go in. This is the best pottery shop I've been into. I could buy everything. That is the best pottery shop I've been into this whole time. It was incredible. I got myself a beautiful octopus platter really, and I got my partner some mugs which were very much his style, I think. But then I just walked past this tree and literally had to come back. It's a fig tree and fig leaves smell incredible, and I've never ever smelt them on the tree, and because it's hot and they're sort of warming up in the sun, they smell unbelievable. When I was at culinary school, we had a chef baker called Natasha Pikowicz come in, and she did some fig leaf bread rolls, and she said that they smell like coconut and sun cream, and they really, really do. So just if you're on holiday and you see a fig tree, then make sure you stop and smell it. This fish kebab is so delicious, so flaky, perfectly cooked. It's got a miso marinade and a miso mustard sauce, and then these little crispy tapioca shell. It's delicious. It's actually not what I ordered, but do you know what? I'm not mad that this came instead because this is divine. mocktail actually, with peach and lime. I'm so happy. I'm just about to do my makeup, ready to go out for dinner, but just look at this view.